Hi, this is Cheryl Petersen from Healing Science Today. Natural history teaches us that life existed before human beings. We also have the knowledge that if human beings no longer existed, life would still exist. These facts present the ethical imperative to ask, so if this human body and mind have no power over life, why do I think this blob of flesh is my life? Furthermore, if this isn't life, what is? Believe it or not, answers to that questions have come through my study of divine science and through life experiences. I interviewed a person who survived the Holocaust of World War II. As a teenager, he was imprisoned and forced to work for basically the enemy. After the war, he came to America, worked, and raised a family. I also met and interviewed his son and his family. I discovered 3 generations of a family of modesty, wisdom, and loving intelligence. And that, the modesty, wisdom, and loving intelligence, I realized, was what survived, was what kept him alive during the war. Another experience. Years before that interview, and totally unrelated, my parents, about 7 years apart, both got sick and died. But they're still alive to me. After becoming a parent myself, or just as a general person in society, it becomes more real to me that life involves sharing and caring more than this flesh. Now, I was lucky I had good parents, hardworking, honest, generous, kind, a benefit to society. These qualities were of life. Another example. I know a woman, Etta. She just turned 90 years old and remains very active. She travels, she teaches chair yoga to seniors who are 20 years her junior. Etta and I talk regularly on the phone and laugh and encourage one another. That's life. A life of meaning involves interactive truth, spiritual courage, and proactivity. Have you ever heard the phrase, "We'll keep learning something every day"? Well, it's true. Because I learn something every day, that means I don't know everything. It also means that I unlearn things. For example, I learned that gene editing and organ transplants can improve life. Maybe, but maybe not. And eventually, because genetics and organs mutate or decline, I will have to unlearn the belief that genetics and organs support or supported life. In other words, I don't sit around and wish I had Etta's genes. I keep studying divine science and learning through life experiences about the reality of life. Does this mean I don't need this body or brain? Nope, because that's the same thing as thinking I do need it for life. 2 extremes missing the point of life. Missing the point that life is, call it what you want, using a term that shakes up the mind to grasp new views of life. The sustaining life is independent of matter, time, space, flesh, and measurements. The sustaining infinite is truth, love, spirit, sourcing our identities in spirituality, not materiality. I may not see it with my physical eyes, but I do with my spiritual eyes. I see the lively spirituality of the survivor, my parents, and Etta. I acknowledge their qualities as attributes of God, available to me and everyone. because they're alive and well. From the Bible, Christ said, "I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you. Yet a little while, and the world will see me no more, but you will see me. Because I live, you also will live." And in God, in conscious life, we live and move and have our being. I'll also read from 21st Century Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures, a modern version of Mary Baker Eddy's Science and Health. You know life when you stop knowing time.